Hey guys, today's video is about Gini index. We've discussed the concept of Gini index, and we'll go through an example today. Say, we have this database with two attributes, whether a person is a student and whether that person buys a computer. Student is the attribute A, and we want to measure its impurity. Buying computer is the target attribute and is our interest. I put the formula on the bottom left corner for reference. The top one is the Gini impurity for a class. The bottom one is the Gini index for an individual attribute. If you don't remember what they are, please check out the video Gini index 1. Alright, the first thing we need to know is how many classes are there in the attribute student. Obviously, attribute student has two classes, yes and no, which indicates whether a person is a student or not. Therefore, the database can be split into two smaller datasets. We call them D1 and D2. So, we can kind of plug in the formula. D1 over D is 3 over 5, since 3 out of 5 people are students. Similarly, D2 over D is 2 over 5, since 2 out of 5 people are not students. These numbers are just the proportion of data in a certain class. Then, we first deal with class yes. When we want to find the Gini impurity of a certain class, we can totally ignore the data from other classes, so I erased the people that are not students. Next, we focus on the target attribute. In this case, we have 2 yes and 1 no, so it's not perfectly pure or impure. In fact, we have everything we need to calculate Gini impurity of this class. Gini impurity of class yes is 1 minus 1 over 3 squared minus 2 over 3 squared, which is 4 over 9. In specific, 1 over 3 is the proportion of data in class no in target attribute. 2 over 3 is the proportion of data in class yes in target attribute. Actually, we just repeat the same process for each class, so we move from 2 people that are not students. Again, when we deal with class no, we only need to look at people that are not students. What we do is erasing people from other classes, so I can have a clear and simple dataset. Then, we observe 1 yes and 1 no in target attribute. In other words, one of the people that are not students buys a computer, another doesn't. If you think about this is exactly the impure class we talk about. That is, this class doesn't contain any information about target attribute. For a person that is not student, we have to make a random guess about whether the person will buy a computer or not, because our datasets tell us nothing. Therefore, the Gini impurity is 0.5, which is the maximum value Gini impurity can have. Now we complete the calculation of Gini impurity for each class. We can move on to Gini index of individual attribute. It's super easy since we just plug the numbers into the formula. The Gini index of attribute students is 3 over 5 times 4 over 9 plus 2 over 5 times 1 over 2, which is 7 over 15. If you remember, Gini index ranges from 0 to 1, so in this case, 7 over 15 means the attribute student is not so pure, but it's neither impure. It's kind of in the middle. We generally don't prefer using this as splitting attribute, but it's also acceptable if we don't have better option. Alright, that's the example of Gini index. Thank you for watching my video and hope you enjoyed it.